Tonight, new developments in the outrageous miscarriage of justice of two imprisoned former Texas Border Patrol agents. Ignacio Ramos and Jose Compeon have been in jail for nearly 4 weeks. The two were convicted of shooting and wounding an illegal alien Mexican drug smuggler, given immunity by the U.S. Justice Department. Tonight, the government finally released long-awaited, long overdue trial transcripts.
Ramos and Compeon, heroes and brothers, we defend you. The evil done to your souls and sacrifice, how could we ever forget you? Vigilance for which we pray, dominate to stay. We fight to the end and we all stand strong with Ramos and Compeon. Ramos and Compeon. Ramos and Compeon, facing danger in the hot sun, never knowing if the ones you caught tonight will cut you down or kill you with a gun. So all they give you is a cell and live in hell for your family. We Americans promise you and swear by God to put an end to this insanity, this travesty. Vigilance for which we pray, dominate to stay. We fight to the end and we all stand strong with Ramos and Compeon. With Ramos and Compeon.
Posted on WorldNet Daily where you quote Representative Culberson as saying it is, quote, outrageous and unacceptable that our government is prosecuting U.S. law enforcement officials at the request of the Mexican government. Jerome, can you tell us what this is about? Are you saying that Agents Ramos and Compeon, that this investigation began in Mexico with the Mexican consulate?
The request came through from the Mexican consulate demanding an investigation.
Vigilance for which we pray, dominate to stay. We fight to the end and we all stand strong with Ramos and Compeon. Ramos and Compeon. Vigilance for which we pray, dominate to stay. We fight to the end and we all stand strong with Ramos and Compeon. Ramos and Compeon.
As we reported, Ramos was beaten severely in prison over the weekend by men yelling insults in Spanish.
If these men, especially after this assault, are murdered in prison, if one of them lose their lives, there's going to be some kind of impeachment talk in Capitol Hill.
Ramos and Compeon. Ramos and Compeon. Johnny Satan, henchman of the year. Johnny Satan, smugglers have no fear. Texas DA ruining lawmen's lives. White House water boy spreading his lies. Bush-appointed weasel works for the cartel. Him and his associates will burn in hell. Johnny Satan's henchman of the year. Johnny Satan's smugglers have no fear. Old Johnny boy don't know wrong from right. since he graduated from Bloodsucker High. Facing old King George on his knees. Wipe your mouth, Johnny, there's a drug lord to please.
Johnny Satan, henchman of the year. Johnny Satan, smugglers have no fear.
A baseball player who never got a hit, too busy thinking about the lawman that he would convict. The Texas Four along with Brugman and Sipes, with Mexico telling him who else he should indict.
Johnny Satan, henchman of the year. Johnny Satan, smugglers have no fear.
Now he's in the hot seat, lying through his teeth, refuses to show every time the Congress meets. Should he run or lie, he can't decide which before he takes Nacho Cell and becomes the prison bitch.
Johnny Satan, henchman of the year. Johnny Satan, smugglers have no fear.
Now all of what you heard seems like a bad dream, but it's real life to the families he's reamed. If you doubt this story before you waste your breath, just Google Johnny Sutton and the House of Death.
I talked with two congressmen who say there is a conspiracy by the Bush administration to destroy the sovereignty of our borders. Congressman Dana Rohrabacher and John Culberson.
This document, which you quite correctly point out, is new evidence because it shows that there were at least 9 other Border Patrol agents that were aware of the failure to report the shooting incident, and the U.S. Attorney singled out Compeon and Ramos for prosecution, it appears, at the request of the Mexican government, which adds to the outrage of this case.
The supervisorial level of Border Patrol agents have been intimidated and threatened that either they testified against Ramos or Compeon, that they themselves would be prosecuted. It wasn't Ramos and Compeon's responsibility to make the report. It was their supervisors who were supposed to make the report, and thus they were not guilty of what they've been charged.
There is absolutely no explanation forthcoming from the Justice Department or the U.S. Attorney's Office. The fact that the Inspector General lied to the United States Congress and misrepresented the evidence throughout here. At what point is there sufficient outrage on Capitol Hill to begin to change the outcome here?
Ciro Rodriguez from West Texas is outraged, especially about the Edwards County deputy sheriff, who was also prosecuted by Johnny Sutton for shooting at a smuggler who almost ran him down as well. The pattern here is clear. It looks like the Mexican government, Lou, has been able to request and get prosecution of U.S. law enforcement agents on the border for doing their job, and I've already requested and will continue to press for a full disclosure of how extensive that agreement between Mexico and the Department of Justice is.
Without you and the other talk radio show people, for example, the word would never get out, and those of us in Congress who are patriotic, trying to protect these people who have protected us, we wouldn't be able to get the word out and have any chance when we're up against the White House.
Only way we're going to protect this border and win the war on terror is to secure that southern border.
Johnny Satan, henchman of the year. Johnny Satan, smugglers have no fear.